Okay, everybody. So let's try solving the standard sample paper. I was busy with the 12th grade revision and doubt clearing after the 10th grade exams. That's the reason I had not made this video till now. But I would like to just show you how I am solving the sample paper over here. And let me set the timer over here. This would be 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay, so let's see how we solve, and we can do a quick comparison with the answer key which was released officially by CBSE at the end. Okay, so first question, exponent of 5 in the prime factorization of 3750. That is 375 into 10. So already there is one 5 here. We just need to find out how many 5s are there in 375. When I prime factorize 375, so this will be 7, and then I have 5. Then this would be 5 times 15, and again I would have a 5, which will come to 3. So there are 3 5s over here and a 5 already in 10. Totally 4 5s will be there. Okay, now for the second one. The graph of a polynomial p of x cuts the x-axis at 3 points and touches it at 2 other points. What are the number of zeros of p of x? So cutting over here means it crosses like this. 1, 2, 3, it crosses and touches at 2 other points. So it just touches and goes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are totally 5 zeros over here. Okay, next one. The value of x and y satisfying this. If you notice over here, the x and y are getting interchanged. So if I'm adding up both the equations, 32 plus 33, this will become 65x plus 33y plus 32y. 65y is equal to 34 plus 31, which is 65. So we get x plus y is equal to 1. Let us look at the options immediately. There is only one option where x plus y is equal to 1. This one. 2 plus minus 1 is equal to 1. So that will be the right answer. Next one. If 3 root 3, 0, 0 and 3 comma k are the three vertices of an equilateral triangle, then what is the value of k? So over here, it would be easiest if you can draw this 3 comma root 3. So 3 comma root 3 means 3 comma root 3 somewhere here, and we are having 0 comma 0, 3 comma k. 3 comma k are the three vertices of an equilateral triangle. What's the value of k? So you are having this are two vertices. We want to find the position of the third vertex. Now logically, if you have 3 comma 2, it won't be a vertex. 3 comma minus 3 won't make sense, because here you have perpendicular. It should be 3 comma minus root 3. If I'm having 3 comma minus root 3, then yes, all these distances would become the same. Okay, so the answer would be minus root 3 for the fourth question. Then we have fifth question. Let's see. Area of triangle ABC by area of triangle AD. So big triangle by small triangle. And it's already given its parallel. What is the big side by small side? Big side by small side is 5 divided by 2. So the ratio of areas would be square of this, which is 25 by 4. Cot theta is equal to 1 by root 3. That means theta is 30 degrees. So sec square theta plus cosec square theta. Sec square of 30. Sec square of 30 would be 2 by root 3 square. Cosec square of 30 would be 1 by 2 whole square. Okay. So you're going to get 4 by 3 plus 1 by 4. Which would become 16 plus 3. 16 plus 3 is 19 divided by 12. 19 by 12 is what I'm getting here. 16, 17, 18, 19. Let me check this, because my options are not matching. So I need to quickly check this. Cot theta is 1 by root 3. Cot theta is 1 by root 3 means theta is 60 degrees actually. Okay. But even if you have 60 degrees, sec square theta, sec square of 60 would have become 2 square, not half square. Yes, that's where I made the mistake. Let me correct that. So this will become plus 2 square. Okay. And this would be in that case. So I will have 2 square means 4 by 3 plus 4, which is 3 into 4, 12, 16 by 3. This will become 5, 1 by 3. Yes. Okay, so that's the answer. This is the value of sec square theta. This is the value of cosec square theta. All right. Next one. So this would be page 3. Yeah. Area of quadrant of a circle where the circumference is 176. So if circumference is 176, 2 pi r, 2 into 22 by 7 into r is 176. This means that r is equal to 7 times 176 by 2 times 22. 11 times 2, 11 times 16. 16 by 4 would become 4. 7 into 4, 28 is the radius. So area of quadrant will become 1/4 of 22 by 7 into r square. 28 times 28. This would cancel. So you get 22 times 28. This would be same as 56 times 11, which is the same as 616. That's the answer. 7C. Okay. Eighth one. For an event E, P of E plus P of not E is equal to X, what's the value of X cube minus 3? Well, probability of an event plus the probability of an event not happening would be equal to 1. So 1 cube minus 3 would be minus 2. That's the answer there. Ninth one. What's the greatest possible speed at which a girl can walk 95 meters and 171 meters in an exact number of minutes? So you need the HCF of both of these. Highest common factor is what's required for 95 and 171. You can look at the options as a clue, right? You have 17, 19, 23 and 13. Okay. 95 divided by 5. Let's see how much is that. 95 divided by 5 is 19. So I'm guessing both of them are divisible by 19. Let's check. 19 into 5 and this one will be 19 into let's see, 19 into 9, right? 9 nines are 81. Yes. So 19 is the HCF, which means that greatest possible speed would be 19 meters per minute, so that you have exact number of minutes over here. All right. So that's the answer. Graph of polynomial number of zeros. So easy. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3, 10th one. Then 11th one. Two lines are given to be parallel. 3x minus 2y is equal to 5. 3x minus 2y is equal to 5. The equation of the second line can be. So I need a1 by a2 to be equal to b1 by b2. Here 3 by 9 is 1 by 3, but 2 by 8 is not 1 by 3. So this is not the answer. 3 by minus 12 is minus 1 by 4. 2 by minus 8 is also minus 1 by 4. This can be the answer. Oh, but this is a minus 2. You're having a minus 2, so be careful of that. Okay, the minus has come here. So over here, minus 2 divided by minus 8 is plus 1 by 4. So this cannot be the answer. Look at the next one. So you're having 3 by minus 12 minus 2 by 8. Both is equal to minus 1 by 4. And you don't have the 5 by 7 is not equal to the same. So this is parallel. That will be the answer. 11. C will be the answer over there. Okay. Now next one. So let's look at, yes, this questions. The three vertices of a parallelogram are given as such. What is the ordinate? By what do you mean by ordinate? Ordinate is the y coordinate. Abscissa is the x coordinate. So we want to find the y coordinate of the fourth vertex. If you are looking at vertex D, midpoint of AC must be equal to midpoint of BD, right? So midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. Just a moment, let me just connect my battery there. AC, what is sum of y coordinates of A and C? Sum of y coordinates of A and C is 4 plus 8. This will be equal to midpoint of BD. So AC will be anyway dividing both sides by 2. So we don't have to write that. For B and D, it will be 3 plus Y. So the Y coordinate will be 12 minus 3, which is equal to 9. 9 would be the answer for this 12th question. Okay, so the answer for 12 becomes B. 13th one. In triangle ABC and DEF, A angle F is equal to angle C. Okay, so you have F equals C, B equals E. Okay, so I'll put E over here. E equals B. What is the vertex that's remaining? The vertex that's remaining is equal to, let's see, the vertex that's remaining over here is D, and the vertex that's remaining here is A. Now, AB is half of D, so clearly they are not congruent. So they are not congruent over here. Okay, you won't say that they're congruent because the sides are not equal, but they're similar because of AA similarity. So it is similar but not congruent. That will be the answer over here. In triangle ABC right angled at B, sine of A is 7 by 25. What is the value of cos C? So when you are having a triangle right angled at B, sine A 7 by 25, opposite by hypotenuse. What's the value of cos of C? This is C. Cos of C will be also the same, right? Cos of C will be what? Adjacent by hypotenuse, which will be the same thing. 7 by 25. All right. 15th one. The minute hand of a clock is 84 centimeters long. The distance covered by the tip of minute hand from 10:10 to 10:25. So length of our question this is. 10:10 to 10:25 means we are talking about 15 minutes. In 5 minutes, we know minute hand covers 30 degrees. So in 15 minutes, it will be 30 into 3, which is 90 degrees. 90 by 360 is 1 by 4. We want to find out 1 by 4 into 2 pi r. 2 into 22 by 7 into 84. So this was 12 there. 3. We have 6 times 22, which is 132. The answer for the 15th one becomes option C, which is 132. All right, the next one. Probability that the drawn card from a pack of 52 cards is neither an ace nor a spade. We do not want aces or spades. First, let's remove spades. When we are removing spades, we are removing 13 cards. Okay, 13 cards are removed. And when we remove an ace, so how many more aces are there? Already one ace is counted here. We are removing 3 more aces. So 16 cards are removed from 52 cards. When you're removing 16 cards from 52 cards, so you have 52 minus 16 divided by 52 is the probability that we are looking for, which is 36 divided by 52, or that would be the same as this will be the same as, this is 13 times 4, 9 times 4. So 9 by 13, right? You will get the answer over here as 9 by 13, which is option A. Next one. 3 alarm clocks ring their alarms at regular intervals of 20, 25, 30 minutes. First beep together at 12 noon. At what time will they beep again for the first time? Okay, you need to find the LCM of 20, 25 and 30. 20 is nothing but 2 square into 5. 25 is 5 square, and 30 is equal to 3 times 2 times 5. So the LCM over here will be, you can have found LCM in any way you like, okay? LCM will be 2 square into 5 square into 3, which is equal to 2 square into 5 square, that is 10 times 10. So 300 minutes would be the LCM. So they will beep again for the first time after 300 minutes. So 300 divided by 60. This is equal to 5 hours. So they will beep again together at 5 p.m. Alright, so 17 answer is C. Next one. A quadratic polynomial, the product and sum of whose zeros are 5 and 8 respectively. Oh, this is quite direct. So x square minus sum, but the sum has been given second. Be very careful. Product is given first, sum is given second. So x square minus 8x plus 5. That would be option A over here. The 19th one, the points lie on a circle with center 2 comma minus 3y, and we need to find out the values of y. So distance formula, you have you can say that AO square must be equal to BO square. Okay, so you have mm, 2 minus minus 1, which is 2 plus 1 the whole square, plus 3y, y plus 4y the whole square is equal to 3 square, and then 7 plus 3y the whole square. So this is a little time consuming question. Okay, we've already had some easy questions till here, so I would have actually advised that you leave this question if it came, but let's finish here. 3 square is 9, 16y square is equal to 9 plus the other side I have 7 square 49 plus 21y plus 9y square. Okay, so 9 cancels on both sides. 16 minus 9 would become 7y square. And then I'm having minus 21y minus 49 is equal to 0. I can divide by 7 throughout. Y square minus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. I forgot to multiply this by 2. This is 2ab, right? 2 into 7 into 3. So this should have been 42. 42 means this would have become minus 6y. Y square minus 6y minus 7 is equal to 0. This would have meant that you are having y minus 7 into y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so y is equal to 7 or y is equal to minus 1. So 19th option would be B. Okay. Next one, sec theta is equal to root 2. If sec theta is equal to root 2, that means theta is equal to 45 degrees. So 1 plus tan theta, that will be 1 plus 1 by sine theta, which is 1 by root 2. So you're getting 2 divided by 1 by root 2, which is same as 2 into root 2. So you're going to get option A as the answer over here. Okay, not bad. We finished section A. Now let's go to section B questions. Section A was quite simple. Okay, I think that you could have all attempted, if you had chosen the questions wisely, it would have been attempted easily within 20 minutes even. All right, let us go to this one. 21st here. Greatest number which when divides this leaves remainder 1, 2, 3. So if it's leaving a remainder 1, 2, 3, that means if it was perfectly dividing, the number should have been 1, 2, 5, 0, 9, 3, 7, 5, right? And this would have been 1, 5, 6, 2, 8 minus 3, which is 1, 5, 6, 2, 5. So basically the aim is to find the highest common factor. So if you're taking the highest common factor, well, let's start dividing with 5. So you're going to get 5 times 250. Okay, and this is 5 times 275. 5 times 3, 1, 2, 5. All right, again divide by 5, you would have 50. This is 5, 5, and then you're again having 3, 1, 2, 5. So if you are having 3, 1, 2, 5, that means this would be 6 and 2, 5. Okay, let's take 5 again. So when you're taking 5 again common, you would have 25. Okay, 11. And then we are having 625. 625 means we are having 5 times 125. Oh, I'm getting the answer as 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. It's not there in the options. Some mistake somewhere. Let's check. If you look at the answers, I can take more common factor from 25 and 125. This is where I am having a problem. Let's check there. 5 times 2, they have 37. 37 means what? 37 means 5 times 7, 2 5s. Okay. Then 5 times 5, 55. This seems to be correct. 15625, 13. Oh, where did I get this number 1375 from? The question was not 1375. The question was 9377. This is 9375. I read the question wrong. Okay, let us correct that. So if I took 5 common out here, this would have been 1, 4 as remainder, 8, 3 over here, and then yes, 7 and 5. Okay, then 5 over here, I would have got 3, and this would have given me 15, 16, 3 as remainder, 75, 375 there. Now I could have done this as 5 times 75, right? This would be 75. All right. That was 5 times 75. Okay. So now we do 5 times. This is 5, 15 and 25. I'll be able to take a 5 common out again. So we have 1. Okay. And then we have 3 and then we have 5 over here. So what is the HCF over here? The HCF would become 5 to the power I'm making continuous mistakes. 5 into 1. Let me correct that. See, I made constant mistakes in an HCF question. Oh my god. Let me correct that. 1250 9375 15625. All right, let's take 5. 5 times. This is 5 times 250. This was 1, 4, 8, 3, 7, 5. Then we had 3. Okay. And this was 1, 2, 5. Okay. 5 again. You have 50. This is 3, 375, right? So 375, 37, 7, 5. And then you have 6 and this would be 2, 5. Let me take 5 common again. So you get 5 times 10. I wrote 25 earlier. Yes, I remember now. So this was 5 times 10. This would be 7, 2, 5. And here I have 125. Now I can take 5 common again and we are left with 2, 15 and 25. We have to stop here. So the HCF is 5 to the power 4, which is 625. Unnecessarily I lost time in this question, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Okay, let's try to save time on few other questions. Which of the following cannot be the probability of an event? Well, the probability always has to be a value between 0 and 1. Clearly 17 out of 16, since it's an improper fraction, it's not between 0 and 1. Next one, diameter of a car wheel is 42. What's the number of complete revolutions that will be made in moving 132 kilometers? Revolutions will be the total distance, which is 132. Let me convert this into centimeters. When I convert kilometers to meters into 1000 and then to centimeters into 100. Divided by 2 pi r or pi d, which is 22 by 7 into d, 42. So this is 6. I'm having over here, this will be 11 times 2. This is 11 times 12. So I'm getting 6 over here. This 6 and 6 cancels. So I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 to the power 5. Answers are very close together. So be careful with your calculations. I'm getting 10 to the power 5 here. Next one. If theta is an acute angle and tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 2. What's the value of sine cube theta plus cos cube theta? Well, if tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 2, that means this has to be 1, this has to be 1. That's one possibility. Theta is equal to 45 degrees. If theta is 45 degrees, I'm having over here 1 by root 2 cube plus 1 by root 2 cube, which is the same as 2 multiplied by 1 by root 2 cube, which is 2 root 2. So I'm going to get the answer as 1 by root 2, which is the same as root 2 by 2 when you rationalize. So 24th answer is C. Then 25th one. This is going to be a little long because I have to find the ratio. Now when you're finding the ratio, now just to create space for my working, I will erase all of this now. Okay. All right. So I have ratio in which this is dividing the line segment joining points 1, 3 and 2, 7. So the x coordinate would be, okay, I need to substitute the x coordinate here. That will be 7, sorry, this will be 2k. 3 into 2k plus 1 divided by k plus 1, okay, plus then we have y coordinate. The y coordinate of the point would be 7k plus 3 divided by k plus 1 minus 9 is equal to 0. Or when you're simplifying, you get 6k plus 3 plus 7k plus 3 minus 9k minus 9 is 0. So you have 13k minus 9k. 4k plus 6 minus 9 is 0. 4k is equal to 3, which means k is 3 by 4. So the answer for the 25th one is option C. If x minus 1 is a factor and a plus b is equal to 4, x minus 1 is a factor means what? 1 plus a plus 2b is equal to 0, or a plus 2b is equal to minus 1. And you already have that a plus b is 4. That means 1 plus a plus b is 4. So 4 plus b is equal to 0, because I can split this b as b plus b. So I'm getting b is equal to minus 5. So b is equal to minus 5, a is 9. Alright, this is the only option which has b is equal to minus 5. You can quickly check whether the option A is equal to 9 satisfies the condition. So the 26th answer has to be B. Alright, let's look at the next one. 27. If a and b are two co-prime numbers, then a cube and b cube are, well, if a and b does not have any common prime factor, obviously a cube and b cube will also not have any common prime factor. So the answer over here would be they would also be co-prime. When a and b are two co-prime numbers, it doesn't have any common prime factor. So whatever power you take, that will also not have any common prime factor. Answer is A. It's a very direct question, but you should understand the meaning of co-prime for this. Area of square that can be inscribed in a circle of area 1408 by 7. Okay, so the square is inside the circle. Circle's area is 1408 by 7. How is the, okay, if you look at, this is a little lengthy question actually. Okay, or you need to know the relation directly between the area of circle and area of square. Okay, in this case, pi r square, 22 by 7 into r square is 1408 by 7. Okay, that means r square is equal to 1408 by 22. This is 2 times 11, and here you have 2 times 704. Okay, and this would become 64. So r is equal to 8. You got, this is 8, this is 8. So the total diagonal of the square is 16. Diagonal is 16 means that the side would become 16 by root 2. So the area of square will become 16 by root 2 into 16 by root 2, which is 16 into 16 by 2. So you're getting 8 times 16. 8 times 6 is 48. 128 will be the answer. 28th question is C. So for those of you who are not very good with your calculations, this would have been a time consuming question, in which case you could have skipped this. Don't use distance formula for the next question. Just draw it. Draw a rough sketch. So you're having 7 comma minus 2. 7 comma minus 2 will come here. Okay. And 7 comma 9. 7 comma 9 will come somewhere there. And 4 comma minus 2. 4 comma minus 2 will be here. So you can see that this distance will be 3. This would be 2 plus 9. This will be 11. This will be something else. Basically what we can say is it's a right angle triangle for sure. Okay. So that is the 29th answer. 30th one. If alpha and beta are zeros of the quadratic polynomial, then find the value of k if alpha plus beta is equal to half alpha. Okay, directly relation is given, no? What is alpha plus beta? Minus of b by a, which means k plus 6. That is given as equal to half of alpha beta, which is half of 2 into 2k minus 1. Okay, so you're having k is equal to 7 will be the answer when you're solving this. 30b. If n is a natural number, this will always end in 5 to the power n. 5 to any power will always end in 5. 6 to any power will always end in 6. We are only interested in units digit. 5 plus 6 always ends in 1. 2 into 1. So this will always end in 2. That is 31 answer. 32nd. Line segment joining is divided by y-axis in the ratio. Again, another finding ratio question. So y-axis means that the x-coordinate is 0. So if x-coordinate is 0, we can say that k into x2, 5, plus x1 divided by k plus 1. Anyway, this will become 0. So you're getting 5k is equal to 3, which means that k is equal to 3 by 5. Okay, so that is 32D. Over here will be the answer. Okay. 33rd. A cot theta plus B cosec theta is equal to P. B cot theta plus A cosec theta is equal to Q. What is P square minus Q square? You can do this, no? You can directly square P and square Q and then subtract. So you're going to get A square cot square theta plus B square cosec square theta plus 2AB cot theta cosec theta minus q square. So everything will become minus b square cot square theta minus a square cosec square theta, and then you will have minus 2ab cot theta cosec theta. This will cancel. This will cancel. Take b square common. B square into cosec square theta minus cot square theta. If you take minus a square common, you will get cosec square theta minus cot square theta. So you get b square minus a square because cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Okay. 33rd one, this will be option B. 34. If the perimeter of a circle is equal to half of that of a square. Ratio of area of circle to area of square. Okay, so let's continue. 34th one. If the perimeter of a square circle is half to that of a square, the ratio of the area of the circle to the area of the square. Perimeter of a circle, that means 2 pi r, is equal to half of that of a square. That means half of 4a. So 2 pi r is equal to 2a. Okay. Or you could say that r by a is equal to 1 by pi, which is the same as, let me leave it like this for now, 1 by pi. R by A is equal to 1 by pi. Alright. Now what we need to find, ratio of area of circle to the area of the square. Area of circle is pi r square divided by area of square, which is a square. So this will become pi r by a the whole square. That means 1 by pi into 1 by pi. Okay, so this is 1 by pi, which is reciprocal of pi, or 7 by 22. Answer is option D for 34th one. 35th, a dice is rolled twice. Okay. So total number of outcomes would be 36 then. What is the probability that 5 will not come up either time? First we'll check which are the possibilities where 5 comes. So 5 coming could be 1 5, right? 2 5, 3 5, 4 5, 5 5, 6 5. You could have the opposite 5 1, right? You could have 5 2, 5 3, 5 4. Don't count 5 5 again. And then you could have 5 6. So totally how many possibilities are there? There are 11 possibilities. These 11 you need to remove from 36. That means you'll be left with 25. So the probability that 5 will not come only for the 35th one will be D. LCM of two numbers is 2400. So this 2400 is a multiple of two numbers. Which of the following cannot be their HCF? Okay, it cannot be their HCF. Basically, whatever is the HCF, that should be a factor of 2400. Is 300 a factor of 2400? Yes. Is 400 a factor of 2400? Yes, 400 into 6. 600 is a factor of 2400? Yes. 500 is a factor of 2400? No, 2400 is not a multiple of 500. So the answer will be 36C. Remember, HCF has to be a factor of the LCM also. So 36C will be the answer. 37th. Here, there is a formula which if you had learned would become easy. If you have not learned the formula, then it can take time to solve. Anyway, I'll just show you the logic over here. If this is 8 and if this is 6, okay, we want to find out what is this y equal to. So you're having over here y by x is equal to bc by ac, alright, and y by z is equal to AB by AC. You add both of them. You get y by x plus y by z is equal to BC plus AB by AC, which is 1. When you rearrange, you will get 1 by y is equal to 1 by x plus 1 by z. This formula was what you are supposed to remember here. 1 by y is equal to 1 by x plus 1 by z. So if this is the case, 1 by y equals 1 by x plus 1 by z means that 1 by y will be x plus z by xz, which is same as 6 plus 8, which is 14 divided by 6 into 8. Okay, so this is 7, this is 3. I'm going to get 24 by 7 by 24 as the value of 1 by y. So what will be y? 24 by 7. Option D will be the answer for the 37th question. Okay, let's go to the next one. 38th. In a triangle, sum of greatest and smallest angles of this triangle will be how much? Okay, this is linear equations. So we are having C minus B is 9. Okay, so y minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 9. Or you can say minus 3x plus y is equal to 7. And we also know that in triangle, sum of all angles will be 180 degrees. So x plus 3x, 4x, okay, plus y minus 2 will be 180, or we can say 4x plus y is 182. Subtract both, you will get 7x is equal to 182 minus 7, which is going to be 175. Yeah, so x will be 175 divided by 7, which is 2, okay, 5. So x is 25. Now let's look at each angles. If x is 25, so angle A is 25. Angle B will be 3 into 25, 50 minus 2, 48. Angle C will be equal to y. What will y be? 7 plus 3x. 7 plus 3 times 25, which is 75 plus 7, 82. And okay, we got all the angles. Now we needed the sum of greatest and smallest. So the sum of these two, which is 107. So answer is A. Okay. Next one, sec theta plus tan theta is P. If this is the case, what will sec theta minus tan theta be? If sec theta plus tan theta is P, sec theta minus tan theta will be 1 by P. This is because of the identity sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. You use a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b and substitute, you'll get the answer. When I'm simplifying, I get 2 tan theta. Okay, basically what I'm doing is I'm subtracting both because I want tan theta. That is equal to p minus 1 by p, which is p square minus 1 by p. So tan theta will be p square minus 1 by 2p. Okay, so you get 39th answer as option B over here. 40th one. The base BC of an equilateral triangle lies on the y-axis. Okay. The coordinates of C is 0, minus 3. 0, minus 3. Alright. So B also has to be on the y-axis. Only this is C. Origin is the midpoint of the base BC. Origin is the midpoint means is 0, 0. That is the midpoint over here. What are the coordinates of A and B? This will be definitely 0, 3 then. Right? So you need to have B as 0, 3. It won't be these options. And you need to find the coordinates of A. Now, what is the base length over here? The base length over here is 6. This is also 6. Always the height of equilateral triangle will be root 3 by 2 times side. So this will become 3 root 3. Now, which is a better answer over here? Plus or minus 3 root 3 better answer, because the third coordinate could have been on the right side or it would have been on the left side. So 40C will become the answer. Okay. Now, what is left? Section C. Okay. Let's go to section C. This is a question based on shopkeeper who's giving out books. There's a fixed charge and additional charge per type question. Okay, the situation is algebraically represented by, which is a fixed charge, X. Additional charge per day is Y. So paid 22 for a book kept for 6 days. That means X plus 6Y must be 22. Where do you have X plus 6Y must be equal to 22? No. There's nothing matching. There'll be options in the next page. Let me read further. He takes a fixed charge for the first 2 days, an additional charge for the subsequent day. Okay. So kept for 6 days means only fixed charge for the first 2 days. For the next 4 days, he will be paying Y rupees. So X plus 4Y is 22. Okay. X plus 4Y is equal to 22. I don't have here. Let me look at the next page. X plus 4Y equals 22 is coming here. Let me check whether the other, oh, 1 second. 41. Paid by Radhika. Radhika is the second case. All right. Radhika is the second case. Kept the book for 4 days. Kept the book for 4 days means X plus 2Y is 16. X plus 2Y is 16 is this one. All right. And the next one, next page's one was what I mentioned first for Amrita. All right. What are the fixed charges for a book? So we already have our two equations. X plus 2y is 16 and x plus 4y is equal to x plus 4y was equal to 22. So let us calculate the additional charge. So 2y will be 22 minus 16, which is 6. Y is equal to 3. This was the charge per day, which is this one. So if you are finding x, x will be 16 minus 2y, which is 16 minus 6 or 10. That will be the answer there. What is the total amount paid by both if both of them have kept the book for 2 more days? Okay, so total amount paid by both if both of them have kept the book for 2 more days means that, already they have paid 16 rupees, 22 rupees, right? So 16 plus 22 is already there. And they have both kept the book for 2 more days. So both of them have to pay how much? 6 rupees each, which means 6 plus 6, 12 rupees both of them have to pay additional together. So you're going to get 8, 2 plus 1, 38 plus 12, which is going to be 50 rupees in this case. Alright, so the answer will be C. Next one. This field is divided into 4 parts by joining opposite vertices. Okay, so this would be similar by what? It would be similar by AA criteria, right? This will be similar by AA criteria over here. For sure, this will be similar by AA criteria. So the 46th answer must be A over here, because you will be having, since it's a trapezium, you have the alternating angles equal, vertically opposite angles equals. RHS is not a criterion. SAS, we don't have sides and proportion, which is given in the question. Okay, fine. Next one. The ratio of area of triangle AOB to area of triangle COD. Where is AOB? Smaller triangle by bigger triangle. Smaller side by bigger side is 1 by 2. So the ratio will be 1 by 4, square of 1 by 2. If ratio of perimeter of triangle AOB to perimeter of triangle COD would have been 1:4, then see, ratio of perimeters is going to be same as ratio of sides. So AOB by COD is 1 by 4. So any side of this one, any side of this triangle divided by any side of this triangle would be equal to 1 by 4. Or you can say a side of COD, any side of COD would be equal to 4 times corresponding side of AOB. So over here, the only option which matches is this one. This is CD is a side of COD. That should be 4 times AB. Okay. So 48D. 49th one. If in triangles AOD and BOC, AO by BC is equal to AD by BO is equal to OD by OC, then okay, so we just have the sides of which is given. Let us check where this condition gets satisfied. AO by BO. AO by, this is telling that AO and BC are proportional. We want AO and BC to be proportional. Okay, let us check this one. AO BC, AD BO, OD CO. Okay, this one will be the answer because it matches the correct proportionality over here in the 49th one. 50th, if the ratio of areas of two similar triangles is 1 is to 4, then which of the following statements is true? So if ratio of areas is 1 is to 4, that means ratio of sides will be 1 is to 2. Even ratio of altitudes, anything else would have been 1 is to 2. So this answer would be B, right? Ratio corresponding altitudes have a ratio of 1 is to 2. So if the ratio of areas of two similar triangles is 1 is to 4, then which of the following is the ratio of sides will be 1 is to 2. So this cannot be true. Medians cannot have the same ratio as areas. Ratio of perimeters is 3 is to 4. Ratio, yeah, this has to be option B. This would be the answer. So that's it. I have solved the complete paper in with 44 minutes to spare. So my analysis of the paper is, if you were strong with your concepts of each chapter, it was not a lengthy paper. And there are ways to do each of the questions in a short manner, as I just showed you, as I just discussed. So it was important to figure out that short way. I hope that solving this paper was a learning experience for you. I know I have not explained anything in detail. I've just solved the way I would do it. And I know I have an advantage being a teacher. But still, my verdict for this paper is it was a good, well balanced paper. Those of you who found it lengthy, you understood how you need to change your style of answering the questions. Just try to be a little quick, analyze it logically, and you would be able to solve the paper in time. Now let's see how term 2 paper would be. We'll have to wait for the sample paper pattern to get a proper analysis of that. Okay. So please cross check with the, some of you would be having the answer key. You can cross check with the answer key, and wherever you have doubts, you may ask me. Thank you so much. Bye bye.